Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Infallible, our new podcast. We're trying again. I told you it wouldn't be curtains for us. And today I'm with one person, and I will be with one person for the majority of these. How you doing, Sona?
I'm alright. We're
So we're
co-hosts now.
hosting co-hosts
Yay.
now. So
So,
yeah, basically,
yeah,
I already recorded a thing saying like what we're doing, like how our new philosophy is with this. But basically, if people don't show up, we don't care because we're the only two guests.
Yeah, but it's not a big deal anyway because we're usually the most vocal, and I'm usually the most controversial with my views. Ibrahim's usually the mediator.
The
So,
mediator, yeah, I'm just gonna be mediating one person. It's good because we're the rivals. We've got the debate rivalry here, so it's all good. But yeah, basically,
today is about our return, right?
yeah. So this is our intro episode, basically, and it's probably gonna be as janky as the first episode for Unproblematic. But hopefully, we'll use those tips in this one as well, and we'll learn from that experience.
Right.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to ask you. Let's talk about how our journey started with Infallible and why we wanted to do this in the first place.
Well, I think first of all, I like the name Infallible, innit? It sounds cool.
Yeah, it's so snappy.
Yeah, it's snappy, right. But what I think there were a few problems with Unproblematic that we should have overcome with this new project that we're doing. It's basically just, so there was a lot of inconsistencies, of course, that's the biggest problem. Some people didn't show up. Ibrahim made a really heartfelt speech about that.
Yeah, we're going to go into that as well.
Of course. We're going to get into that bit later, but that was obviously the biggest problem. Another problem was it was kind of hard to get the files around, uploading time. People were really struggling with that. I think now my computer's part of it. Now my Alienware laptop, I think we're going to upload a bit quicker now. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to flex. Yeah, of course I'm going to flex. I've got Alienware, finally. I'm going to flex that. Right. Basically, everything should be a bit more streamlined now. And we're just a co-host, and we're going to be inviting people on as guest speech marks, So
yeah, you can find all the information on the video I've recorded before this one. That I haven't recorded it yet, but I'll record it and we'll upload that first, and then this one as our introduction, where it's kind of like the ending episode as well, where I'm just explaining everything real quick as a thing because there's a lot of points. But yeah, all the main things is Salad's music. If he submits it, we'll use it. If he doesn't, we won't use it. Junaid's Nibag news. He's not here anymore, so I'm taking over that. Should we do that this episode?
I think we should just really test the waters right now. Give everyone a reason why we've just rebranded everything. So I think that's best to focus on for today, right now, anyway.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, definitely the biggest issue for me was the fact that people kind of lost interest in it. And we had that whole thing where we wanted loads of people to take part because there were so many of us, and people just wouldn't show up, and it'd waste so much time.
Yeah, that was a big problem.
I think the biggest misconception was that people thought that I just wanted to do it on time and stuff, and I didn't want to, I wasn't taking it I was taking it too seriously. But in reality, it was that I just didn't want to waste my own time that I was using, and no one else was taking part in it, and it was I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people forgot that you were doing a lot of the work. Say at least 2/3 of the work. It was just you, basically. So it wasn't. I can understand. I'd get frustrated too if I'm pouring my heart and soul into something, and I wanted to share it with my friends, and it just hasn't worked out, and a lot of them are misunderstanding why you were frustrated. I can understand that. So
yeah, it was the biggest thing. But at least now with this whole two people approach we've got, it's so much more streamlined.
Right. We're going to do the Joe Rogan experience tactic.
Exactly, yes. We'll have the guests on.
We haven't got famous people, unfortunately.
Eventually we will. Well, give it a year or two. We're going to have Dwayne
Joe Rogan. Alright, so have you got a topic list for today, or do you just want to discuss it in general, the problems and the future?
I've got a topic list as well, but I want it to be a bit more free. So I was going to say
informal.
Yeah, let's start with the my final episode, the episode 12. I think
the juicy part. You want to start with that?
I think we should say beforehand that if this project fails, I'm saying it right now. If this fails, I'm never doing another podcast again. This is our last shot.
Don't do that, mate. Come on.
This is our If this fails, that's it. No more.
I'll fail you, Ibrahim. Don't worry.
Yeah. We're an unstoppable force.
Yeah, exactly. With a dream team.
Dream team, perfect.
So you want to start on
episode 12? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, the ending, the unfortunate, end of an era, the chapter.
So I want to ask you, what did you think about that? Because you had some thoughts about the way I was talking.
Right. So for our listeners who don't know, Ibrahim obviously texted us saying, this is it. I can't really do it anymore, and he wanted us to send in a message. And if any of the listeners really are, properly in depth with our podcast, you would have probably noticed that I didn't send a message, and that's because I didn't want to send a message for two reasons. And it's because, first of all, I'm horrendous with goodbyes. I don't like doing that.
Yep.
And also, I didn't think it was the end. I thought we could revitalize it with a completely different approach, and I think we're doing that right now, and I think it will work out.
It will. I'm sure of it. Because if it does fail, if this one was to fail, let's just say, theoretically, would you send a goodbye for it?
No.
No, you'd leave.
Yeah. But I wouldn't leave that. It's not going to happen. Let's not entertain that.
Yeah, it's never going to happen, bro. We're going to survive. You know what?
Yeah, we're going to be...
What episode was it? One of them, I was like, how long do you think this will last for Unproblematic?
Oh, I've forgotten.
I think it might have been of racism or something. And I was like, this is the highlight of my week. And then you were like, oh, yeah, no, you must have a dull week then or something. You made some kind of comment like that. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was your speech. I don't know what you were thinking at the moment. You sounded sad. Everyone was sad, I guess. But, it's there. But now we're competing again against Honest Hour, which, let's be honest, is an overused name. It's basically 20 podcasts that they call Honest Hour.
Exactly, yeah.
And what is it? Society Uncensored with...
it's not even... That name is so, false as well. They talk about... you'd think it'd be about, real-world issues and stuff, but it's about,
we can't be trash-talking competition. We can't be doing that. We got to let our words speak for themselves. We don't bring others down, all right, Ibrahim? But you're right.
No. I actually hate those guys because they stiffed me. I put so much time and effort into them as well, and then they threw me aside. I gotta tell that story as well.
Host of Society Uncensored.
No. Basically, what happened is, I was like, oh, you want to collab? We're gonna do, because our drama group, we were a good bunch, right? And I was like, yeah, let's do a thing together where we all get together. And it can be a fun way for us both to collab both of our channels. Because both of them were also in the drama class. And I was like, yeah, this is perfect. And they were like, yeah, definitely, let's do it. So I messaged every single person. I get aired by a few, but that was obviously going to happen. And then I get through a bunch of situations and problems start happening. And after all my time and effort and getting everyone together, I reach out to them. I'm like, okay, yeah, I've gotten everyone's responses. We can do this. They're like, no, we don't want to do any more. Sorry. I'm like, what in the world? And I was like, passive aggressively, I was like, oh, maybe you should have said that before I told everyone. And then I got a sarcastic, oh, sorry. I think it was like, you're welcome or something. And I was like, nah. No, that was a declaration. This is a declaration of war. We're starting off strong.
All right. So, what kind of approach do you think we should be taking with this new project, Ibrahim? So obviously it's just us two. Occasionally there'll be hosts, other guests. What do you think we should do?
I like the way that we put it, the way that I've decided basically with the WhatsApp group chat, how you can have it so only admins can speak and have them all in there and use it as a little notification board. Yeah, we're recording at this time. Be there if you want. If you're not there, that's fine.
Be there or be square.
Be there or beware, yeah.
Yeah, but
if they're more than 5 minutes late, we don't cancel. We just go on without them. That's basically the entire. So for the people watching, if you liked someone, they might be back, but it's not confirmed.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
So the new do you like the new logo that I made?
It actually looks really good. Should we talk about that
Yes.
as well? How our original idea for a name was the Trash Talk Podcast.
Oh, right. So do you want to talk about how we got Unproblematic, actually, the name?
Oh yeah, that was a foreshadowing sign to come for what was going to happen.
Go
Because
on.
basically, I asked, what name should we have? And no one responded throughout the entire week. And then I was like, guys, we need a name. And I came up with the one name. And then, should we mention her? Are we allowed to? But we'll say anyway, because her name's there. But
Junaid's cousin.
yeah, Janae's cousin suggested a joke name, Unproblematic Podcast. And then I was like, that's a shit name. But I added it anyway because we had no options anyway. And Trash Talk was on there as well. And then no one voted. Barely anyone voted, but Unproblematic won.
I'm
So
gonna
we
be
went with
honest. Trash talk is like slightly overused. I think we've agreed on that.
Yeah, we've agreed on. That's why we didn't use it this time either.
Unproblematic sounds good, but I think it's a bit too long.
Exactly, yeah. It's not
So I
snappy.
think hopefully we've caught the sweet spot with Infallible. You know, it's a good name. It means something. It basically, in case anyone doesn't know, it basically just means you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
That's the attitude we take here.
Exactly, yeah. You're right or you're right. That's it.
That's it. Right. So
Yeah, I think the only problem with Infallible is that some ordinary Joe isn't going to know what it means, to be honest.
yeah, but you know, we'll get the word out there, and hopefully, the people that know the words, they're the people that we want around, right?
Exactly, yeah. No, I'll put it in the description, the channel description, like the definition. So it's just there.
So what future projects we got with this? There were future podcasts. And can you explain to us what's going to happen with this? With the finale, season 1 finale, how are we going to restructure that?
Season 1. Oh yeah. So basically, I have no idea. That's the current situation.
Oh man, I was really looking
Basically,
forward to that.
what I want to do essentially is because I don't want to wait till 12 for religion again. I kind of just want to get it done. But
Right.
I also think that for such a huge because the problem is the reason we left it to 12 is because I had that huge idea of Royal Rumble and we're gonna get everyone in and have that situation. So I was like, you know what? For that big splash, we need to have it for the season finale. But now there's only 2 of us, so it's not
Well,
as big.
I think 12 episodes is too much for a season. I think we should cut it to 10, right? What do you think?
Yeah? I mean, honestly, I found 12 okay. I found 12 too little.
Yeah. Actually, you know, maybe we'll see in it. We'll see. We're still in production right now.
Because what I don't want to happen is if we somehow manage to get this off the ground, I don't want us to be in like season 400 or something, which would be a long time away. Like season 100 or something.
To be honest, the debate. I think we might as well just say it now because I'm pretty sure if anyone's been watching this, we know what we're going to be talking about. What do you think? Right, so the season finale, the God debate, my favorite topic. It's arguably like the biggest debate of all time, right? Like
it is, yeah.
So,
and everyone has their opinions on it.
Yeah, I feel like just slotting it into like a random episode isn't really doing it justice. I think we have to make it a finale. We have to. If we can invite as many people as we could, I think it'd be. I don't think enough people would approach it though, which is unfortunate.
If we were to invite your friends and like the people from Unproblematic, and maybe see if we can get some people, but it's wishful thinking because at the end of the day, we all know it's just they're not going to show up.
And that is true. That is unfortunate. Yeah.
Unfortunately, our friends group is just like that.
Yeah. But oh well. Like I guess we can just do the. I'm sure we can get some people from Unproblematic to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but basically, unless you want to do like a live stream and just like
That was also another idea I had, where we live stream our recording sessions and then we take comments from, like our viewers. But I feel like that's going to be some time from now because like I don't think anyone's going to show up.
Yeah, but it'll give us something to do while we're talking about it if it's just us two.
Yeah.
So have we got any future topics you want to talk about with this new idea, this whole new approach?
I did mention I am going to mention it in like the return thing, but every topic from Unproblematic is back on the table as long as we have new things to talk about for them. So like racism, we'll talk about again if we have enough to talk about.
You want to redo it? You want to redo the whole?
Yeah, but I don't want it. It's not going to be in the same order or anything. But I don't want it to be like we're recording the same topics and saying the same things. If we have something new to talk about, we'll use it, and we won't use them right away. We'll have them like later on as well. I want the new topics first that we haven't talked about.
All right,
like those episodes aren't going anywhere. I'm not about to delete them or anything. Like they're good episodes. So I like them.
Yeah, so do I. I really like the racism one actually.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. What's your favorite topic? Racism?
Like it's my favorite topic, but I think it was probably our best episode overall. What do you think?
So you're basically saying that we had a downwards incline from then. Episode 2 was our best.
Yeah, it could have been like it could have like what's it called? It could have I've forgotten the word. When it goes up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I've forgotten the word, unfortunately. Some that's gonna, haunt me for the rest of the day. But there you go. Yeah, I think that was because we had some really, really interesting views from everyone. I think we had a white guy, we had an Asian guy, we had a black guy, innit?
Yeah, and we had different Asian guys. We had an Indian and a Pakistani in there.
Yeah, there we go. See, so I think that was probably our most elaborate episode where we really got into some really strong stuff there, and there was a real divide in some of us.
Yeah, for me, it's between racism. Yeah.
So,
you cut out a bit there at the end. If you want to re-say that.
Oh, did I cut out? Well, I think it was really entertaining, basically, because there was a real divide between us.
Yeah. Basically, what I was gonna say is, it's between racism and fear. I mean, not fear, aliens. Racism and aliens, because aliens was so interesting.
Yeah. Aliens was awesome. So interesting.
There was only 3 of us, but we managed to keep the whole conversation going the whole time, and we had so many stories and things like that to share. It was good. The only thing for racism was that we had so much to talk about. We couldn't fit everything in there.
Yeah, but that's what made it fun, though, right? There was always there was a moment where it was boring.
Yeah, it's because we had to rush through a little bit. That was my biggest issue. Because I was like, we haven't fully, we didn't get the full payoff of ending a topic properly before we just moved on because time is running out.
Yeah.
And on the subject of time, I didn't start my timer here.
Well, yeah, I've got the time anyway. So we've been on for about 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I'll start from then. Yep.
But I think we could do racism as a finale again then.
Do you want to do racism as the finale? I feel like we could get people for that.
We can have 2 separate finales. So first season, we do God. Second season, we can do racism, redo it. Because I think there's so many topics we can get into.
There's a lot.
It'd be a really good... Because the finales are going to be an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours long?
Yeah.
So, I think that's, where it's... I think racism is one of the big topics out there that we can do a finale for.
Absolutely. There's a lot of ideas flying around, but yeah, there's also a lot of topics aside from those ones.
The future topics. Are you going to talk about them that we're going to try and do on Infallible?
Yeah, there's a lot. Let me see. We haven't done movies yet. We haven't done. Yeah. We're going to do Future of Tech next. There's a lot here. Yeah, I mentioned them in the season 12 as well. I mean episode 12 as well. But dreams and. Yeah.
When we do football, because we have to do football.
We have to do. I don't mind doing that after tech.
Ibrahim, you don't know much about football, do you?
I know enough.
You know enough to understand what we're saying.
Yeah. If you start saying XYZ player from this unknown team is on this side, then I'm like, I don't know.
We have to get Junaid and Suleiman for that. We have to, because we're all Liverpool fans, but we all disagree about something. That will be an awesome episode.
Yeah, what about your friends as well? Did you say you want to get those on as well?
Yeah, but it's the Barcelona fans, isn't it? They're just the most deluded.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no point.
They're not going to have good points then.
No, it's just going to be Messi. That's it.
There's also money and crime and those things.
That's a good one, actually. Crime. Yeah, historical mysteries, maybe, something like that.
Like regret as well. There's a bunch here.
Yeah. So, and obviously, my second favorite topic. What do you think it is?
If it's not football, it has to be. Let's see. And there's a lot. You're a bit of a intelligent snob.
Thank you very much.
It has to be something intellectual. I don't know. What is it? History?
It's SCP.
Oh, SCPs. Yeah. No, that's also on here.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Right, SCPs are so interesting.
They are really interesting.
To really get into the lore of it, it will literally take you weeks to understand everything that's going on. I'm not joking.
I don't know how we would structure that into an episode though. Like, what would we talk about?
I can explain the whole narrative to you if you really want. Give some really key SCPs. Like, there's not just the SCP, right? There's also the Global Occult Coalition, GOC. There's also the Unusual Incidents Unit, UIU. There's also the Chaos Insurgency. There's also the Serpent's Hand. All these different divisions within one universe that all do their own thing. They're all having their own little things.
Yeah, super interesting, honestly. There is a lot.
It's actually really amazing. I think it's one of the biggest achievements on the internet that random people from around the world have come together on a collaborative writing project and just smashed it.
Yeah. You know, there's like barely any bad ones as well. Like there are bad ones, but like there are barely any at all.
Even the bad ones are. It's almost like a joke. That's what makes it funny.
There's a lot
of
mean ones. There's like the procrastination rock. Where
that is so awesome.
That's so awesome. I'll write this report later, and that's it.
And I'll give you my view on what I think the most powerful SCP is later on. But I won't say it now. But there is one. That's the answer, really.
There's so much. Like the original SCP is so interesting. The first one, the one that you can't look at otherwise, the one that you look away from and it'll snap your neck.
173. 173 SCP.
That one is like it's such a key. Like,
there's a whole story behind it. You know 682, the hard to destroy reptile.
I don't know the exact numbers of them. I just know a lot of them.
The one that you can't kill, the lizard.
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah. Basically, there's like a whole history between them lot. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah.
There is a lot.
Yeah. Like, what other things? Oh, look.
Oh, actually, isn't that one the one that should be like destroyed immediately or whatever? That one that they want to destroy.
Yeah, they want to destroy it, but they can't, because it's almost impossible to kill. But let's get back on topic about our return. Anything else you want to say about that speech that you made for the ending?
Basically, my thought process behind all of that stuff. I went on notes and I started writing all my points. That I want to make it as structured as I can, I could, and then I went through all of it. I literally recorded it right after, like an hour or two after we cancelled the episode on remaking episode 1.
Okay.
That was going to be our season 2 episode 1 because we recorded them out of order basically because we couldn't get everyone in for episode 12. So we were recording that one, and our recorder man didn't show up, and we were like, "Where is he?" Because he said he'd be there.
Was it Anil back then?
I know, yeah. And then it turns out he actually said he couldn't come, and then the person setting up, Suleiman, messed up, and so the entire thing went out the water. And I was like, you know what? I've lost it. And then after that, Richard and Junaid were going to resign anyway. So I was like, yep, this is it.
So I guess.
And then we fired Shloop because he was being a bit of a.
No, let's not get into that. Let's not. Yeah. It's probably best not to, but
Yeah, let's let these old things go, I guess.
This is a tense, atmosphere. A lot of people are frustrated. There's bound to be some spats in it.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, the good thing is that we're all still friends and we've all still managed to go through this.
Well, I'm an independent contractor. Remember that.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
Emotions don't exist.
Yeah. Yes, there are no emotions, only logic.
Yes. Do you wanna take an essay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on for the God debate, but
Yeah. The God debate. That one is like we hyped up so much and then we never even got to it.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem. But I think now it's gonna be people are gonna be even more hungry for it. We're gonna hopefully it'll be the talk of the school, innit? Maybe if we really smash it out of the park. But what were you gonna ask me? You're just gonna ask me something.
I was gonna say, do you want to estimate how long this one will last, like we did before for Unproblematic?
No, I think that's bad luck.
Look, I'm jinxing it. I'm saying we're gonna go eternally. You heard me.
Oh, really?
Even after we're dead, our children's gonna take over this podcast, and well, not you, because you're not gonna have kids, are you? You're not gonna get married.
No. You're gonna be hearing my old grainy voice. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Infallible. I can't do an old voice. I probably could.
And welcome to Infallible. There you go.
We should have one where we die live on air.
Yeah, that would surely get us some views.
Exactly. It might be against terms of service, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't specifically say. There are loads of videos on YouTube of people dying. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people like shooting themselves, and it's actually messed. YouTube are actually messed, you know.
Whoa, yeah, it's such a. They need competition.
Yeah,
like, so that they need
someone to. Like, I remember Daily Motion. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Daily Motion.
Yeah, but the Daily Motion just went quietly into the darkness.
Was that even ever up top? Like it was like the platform you used if you couldn't access YouTube because parental controls were on there or something.
Or it was something you'd access because they don't have any like guidelines.
Yeah.
So you could like, literally watch like a movie on it or something.
It was like such a like there was so much waste on there as well. It was like honestly.
Yeah.
Vimeo and like the only current competitor I can think of is that Storyfire thing. That's about it.
Storyfire?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Like it's some kind of like some of the YouTubers just go on there and record, and I don't know exactly how it works.
Well, I would have thought Twitch would be the biggest competitor.
I mean, that's live streaming though. That's not really videos.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, isn't it?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, but when do you think Unproblematic started going down? When was your first inkling, Ibrahim?
Oh, that's a hard one. Honestly, I feel like after episode probably like 6 or 7, it started to lose it. Let me see. Hang on, because we haven't changed.
Was it 6 or 7? That is feminism.
Actually, no. I think it was death penalty, because which is 7. Because that was like one of the first ones we had to reschedule more than once, I believe.
Yeah.
And after that, music, we barely had anyone on there. Israel versus Palestine, we had Shoop. It was like people were more excited, but we still didn't have a lot. Like we didn't have the same amount of people like we did before.
Yeah.
Like food, we had so many. Feminism, sexism, we had like, was it 6 or 5? We had the amount we wanted, basically. Like we wanted, like we were meeting our limits, and then after that, comedy, comedy and conspiracy theories. I knew it was over basically because we rescheduled. I believe we rescheduled comedy 3 times, and conspiracy theories only got recorded because I said I'm going to leave if we don't do 3. That's it. That's only why. So at that point, I knew. What about you? When do you think it died?
Well, I was about to say the same thing actually. I think around death penalty time, because even though it was a really interesting topic, I think basically I could tell that people just weren't in it anymore. You know what I mean? It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, same time. Of course, yeah, we both have the same thought process, but yeah. But I guess unfortunately it's over, and it's over. We're starting a new. This is new, completely new project. We're gonna be approaching it differently. Hopefully, we've learned from our mistakes now. I think we can do it now, Ibrahim.
Absolutely. You know what I find strange? It's kind of fluctuated because at the very beginning, I was like, this podcast is never going to succeed because we couldn't get anyone together for it. And then the moment we record episode 1 and 2, at that point, everyone was so interested. So I went from no interest to super interest, and then immediately back to low interest again. It's a bit sad. But I mean, it is what it is.
Do you think it's because people weren't bothered because they just weren't bothered, or because people are just, less time on their hands, and it's just the way the world is nowadays?
I don't think it's the time. Honestly, I think people just couldn't be bothered because whenever I would have a lot of excuses because I would try and account for everyone. So if someone was like, I can't make this time, I'd say, what time can you make it? And then they'd say any random time that would work, and then they just wouldn't show up anyway. So it was like, and like if it happens once or twice, it's like okay, but it continued happening for a lot of people. So I feel like they just wanted to an out, and they didn't want to do it. So which is a bit annoying, because I was like, you don't have to take part if you don't want to. So you don't have to like say a fake time and just don't show up, because that's just annoying. I guess people didn't want to say no.
It's unfortunate, but I think. Do you like the new name better? Do you like the rebranding and everything?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's way better than Unproblematic, because I mean, no one voted for it. Unproblematic. No one wanted this name apart from like 2 people.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna succeed with this one. I think we're both dedicated to it. You're probably slightly more dedicated than I am, because this is your child. This whole concept.
It is, yes, absolutely. I'm still willing to put in like 3/4 of the work, as long as everyone else does too. And in this case, it's only you. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the design and uploading, and
so needs to be the graphic designer, which you've become.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not even that, I'm terrible when it comes to computers. Absolutely horrendous. Seriously, I guarantee there's a 60-year-old out there that knows more than I do about computers.
Oh, that's me. A load of 60-year-olds are better than us. Honestly, like it took me an hour to try and get. Yeah. What?
Yeah, there are shortcuts on the keyboard that I haven't even come across yet.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't even like using shortcuts now.
Yeah, because I get so horrified. Like, it's such a weird. Like, in case I delete something.
Exactly. Yeah. So like Word and Excel, that's it.
Yeah, Word and Excel. Yeah, definitely. And
like
PowerPoint. Yeah. Word art.
Literally, it took me 1 hour to try and even get OBS working. It didn't even work, which is why we're using we don't even have a recorder man anymore. We have a recorder robot.
Yeah, well, robots are more reliable than humans. So
exactly, yeah. Unless it like corrupts or something, and everything we've said is going to waste, which I'm really hoping isn't happening. Yes.
Let's not pray, because that's not effective. But let's hope. Hope is good.
I just received a message from the bot as I said that, and it says, I will record up to 6 hours. Recordings are deleted automatically after 7 days, which is a bit worrying, but I don't even need it that long.
Oh, 6 hours is awesome.
Now we can have our season finale be 6 hours long.
Yes. And it'll cut off randomly while I'm giving like a speech about why religion's evil.
Yeah, that's the perfect ending.
Alright, so how long's it been now? It's been about 40 minutes, I think.
We've got 10 minutes left according to this, because we're doing 45 minutes as our aim now.
So last 10 minutes, what do you want to dedicate it to?
Let me see what my topics are here. Oh yeah, you wanna what do you estimate which guests from our Unproblematic, which ones do you think are gonna make a comeback here? And which ones are just
definitely Suleiman. I think Suleiman's still sort of invested. Yeah. Junaid almost certainly too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he definitely for the football one, because there's so much we can talk about for football. I'm not sure other than that, anyone who can consistently make it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think consistently we're going to get anyone else, but I think we might have a bit of Anil in there as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Anil showed some interest as well, and I'd love to have him back on. He's a nice lad. So.
He's the original logo maker, the microphone that we have now.
Yeah, he did the microphone.
He did the microphone. I don't even know how he made it. It looks really cool.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
and then you just added on from that.
Yeah, I added it. I made it an I. Yeah, see, creativity. Should have done English for A level.
I've never seen that in my life before.
Yeah, exactly.
We basically made what's that logo? The one with the lamp, the movie logo.
Oh, Pixar.
Pixar. Yeah, basically done Pixar except with a microphone.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the eye in Infallible getting horribly murdered by a microphone. Nice. Sounds good.
Right.
I don't think. I don't think Salad's gonna make it back, because Salad was definitely one who was not showing interest at the end. 100%.
Yeah, I think but Salad's his own guy, isn't it?
He's his own guy. He's his own lad. If he submits music, then that'll be great. But I don't think he will.
Yeah, but that's just the way it is, isn't it? I put
Do you
an
think
Indian
Richard's gonna?
accent,
Do you
so.
think Richard's gonna?
Richard, Richard has two different groups of friends, isn't it? Richard has real life friends, which is us, and Richard has Discord friends, which is not us.
He spends lunch times and break times with them.
Is it? What?
You remember
I
when
thought
we
it
were
was
like,
something
"Oh yeah,
else.
stop talking to your girlfriend and play Among Us with us or whatever."
Oh
All those times.
yeah. Richard,
He doesn't do
man.
it
I
anymore.
expect more from Richard, honestly.
That's Richard. That's textbook Richard. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think about him as well. I'm not very faithful. If he does, that'd be amazing. I don't think Raj will either. Raj probably not.
Yeah, but I think Raj might be able to make it for some. Actually, I think Raj could actually make it for like one. Do you know what I mean?
If the topic piques his interest, but like I'm sure he might pull what he did in music and be like, "Oh, I got to go halfway through."
Yeah.
That might be what he does. That's not going to be very happy. That's not going to be very good if he does that.
Friendly.
Yeah, I'm not going to be very friendly towards him. What about EK? EK, yeah, I'm confident in EK. He would do it.
I think EK can do it as well. Yeah.
EK can do it.
Yeah. But for now, I guess it's just us two. I think we can carry it. You know what I mean? Because we're quite vocal. We have quite strong views. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
So,
If they don't show up, it's fine because we've got the entire thing sorted. Because we can keep the conversation going, which is good. As long as we have the topics, I feel like we can keep going.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's also a lot of ideas I have for segments, not just Knitbag News. Like before, I mentioned what's it called? Ibrahim's spicy hot takes, where I grab a hot take and we rate it, how spicy it is.
Yeah, we can actually make that for shorts. If we do have a shorts channel, which everyone's doing nowadays, I guess. We could do that for shorts channel where we basically just you basically just say something controversial and let the comments go to war.
Exactly, it's perfect, and we definitely won't. If we absolutely will not use that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 That song. We're not using
Gosh,
that.
don't do that. I'm getting nightmares. I'm getting nightmares. Yeah, that was a dark time in the internet's history.
What do you mean was? It's still happening.
No, I feel like people have moved on. Hopefully,
go on YouTube Shorts. Go on YouTube Shorts after this and like swipe like two times and you'll see it.
You know what YouTube Shorts is? Shall I tell you what it is? It's
TikTok,
basic. Yeah, it's YouTube. It's YouTube answering to TikTok. It really is.
It's so
It's so obvious.
So yeah, you know what? Hasn't YouTube like first they copied Twitch with like the support, with like the YouTuber support thing
and live stream and everything.
Sponsorship. So first they had the sponsorships. Now they've got this. It's only a matter of time before they have like YouTubergram where you post like. I mean, they've got the community tab, so it's not too far off.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a lot.
Yeah, so I think. Do you think we should end the episode now, or?
Let me see if I've got anything else I want to say. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I think we've covered all bases. Really, you know, this is completely. It's our first episode, so it's probably not going to be our best. But you know, we're trying a completely different. We're innovating, you know, to adjust to the problems we faced with Unproblematic, and I think we're going to succeed with this one, Ibrahim. I'm normally quite pessimistic, you know that.
Yeah, you're realistic. That's the one. Realistic.
No, I'm not realistic. I'm very pessimistic. So that there's no way that I can be disappointed.
Absolutely.
I expect the worst outcome in my head. So if something really bad does happen, I've definitely prepared for it, and if something slightly better has happened, I'm going to be delighted in it.
Yeah, you could be like, "I told you so." If it fails,
that's what I do to my mum all the time.
Yeah, so if this flops, then I guess we've swapped roles, because my faith in humanity has dropped significantly.
Oh man, you're a bit late there, mate. My faith in humanity died a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I died. It's still there somewhat when I see the occasional thing. I think that's all the topics that I've got here. The only thing that I really have to say is we're still following the same motto as before. All topics are on. There's no topic off limits.
It's a safe space.
Safe space. Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
For it.
When we go to LGBTQ, that's going to be.
You know, I've always but I've always wanted to talk to someone who is genuinely racist.
Yeah, me too, man. Honestly.
Someone who's like actually racist, like I hate like people who aren't white or something like that. I've always wanted to like basically just ask them questions like why, like what's the problem? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the same for me, but I feel like it's gonna be talking to a wall. Like no matter what you say.
I don't think so. I think some racist people have some reasoning for why they're racist.
Yeah, but I don't know if they've changed as well.
No, I don't think so. But you know, that's why we're here, innit? We're infallible, innit? We're talking.
We're never wrong.
Yeah, we're talking with the most controversial subjects. You know, you're not gonna get bullied for talking about it. You know, obviously you might get bullied outside of here, but here you're safe.
Here you're safe. Just don't go outside from this space and you're good.
All right, so I guess we should end it here, unless you have anything to say, Ibrahim.
No, that's about it. Let's just hope that Craig bot actually recorded everything.
Yes,
Otherwise,
Craig, we have faith in you. Come on.
we have faith in you.
All right,
aside
cool.
from that, yeah. Thanks to everyone for. Should we do the same outro as before, or should we change it?
Well, should we just say together, thanks for listening to Infallible?
That is such a no way.
Well, it's cringy,
Let's
innit?
get
But it
together.
works.
All right, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? All right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
1.
Thanks for listening
to
to Infallible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sound like year 7 girls right now, actually.
Excuse me, are you just assuming my gender?
Oh, and that's gonna come up one day.
Yes. All right, let's move on. Goodbye.
Up next is tech. All right, bye. How do I tell it to sharp? All right.
Same thing, but with leave.
You're not supposed to listen to this crowd. Wait 1 second.
Don't worry, this will be edited out.
/Craig. All right, bye. Salad, if you've got music, play it. I'm already. I keep going like an idiot.
Why do you keep saying Ibrahim? Come on, man. I expect more from you.
What did I say about my technical abilities?